Gladiators coming in strong. There they are. Give some noise to the LA Gladiators. Few boos. Few cheers. Has to be a thing, right? We're in Texas.
We're in Texas. Of course they're going to get some boos. I don't know if I'd be booing the Gladiators. They seem like the kind of team that if you sort of go against them, they're going to step up. Reiner, the rookie tank for this team, has been absolutely exceptional on that Winston so far this season. He's shown a little bit of Doofus as well if we want to see that Doofus mirror matchup. But just the superstar lineup of this Los Angeles Gladiators has been incredible so far. Once again, if we don't talk about that reverse sweep, and that's going to be the story and the narrative of this entire Kickoff Clash event. Are they going to be able to close out against the best teams that we have in the league?
Yeah, explain Lucio. He's entered into the back line.
Kev's been having an MVP performance so far this season. Absolutely on that tracer. We almost saw
careful, Paddy. Okay.
Paddy almost took a dive early on in the match, falling back.
Now the Outlaws have to be worried about this visor, and a nano one at that last throw already dead. Dante, those fists aren't going to save you now. Gladiators, clean sweep of the Outlaws. 4 kills for Paddy. Does he make it 5? No, he does not. Shoot finds the last and a very quick flip.
Patiphan showing up in this match so far, and he needs to show up in this Kickoff Clash playoffs. He has been struggling on that soldier so far throughout the tournament because what's been happening is he has either gone too aggressive or too passive, and he hasn't got the value from the visors. Great signs for the Gladiators that it's already paying off for them.
Trigger. A couple of seconds to go. There it is. Tactical visor online. Shoot behind him with a nano. But whoa, already Pelican gets shot out of the skies. Nano visor deployed. Patiphan gets knocked off, but he still takes Dante with him. Now 2 kills for the Outlaws. Shu and Paddy end up falling. The Gladiators still need to fight on the point, but it looks like they are maintaining control. Kevster could lock this point down with a pulse bomb, but it's now up to the Outlaws to try and touch. OT is triggered. Lastro chased down. 1 less person for the Outlaws to get back to that point in time, but it looks like the reinforcements have arrived. A lot of ultimates for the Outlaws, but the Gladiators riding on this pulse bomb. Maybe he decides to go again, but the flip hasn't yet come through. The coalescence signals the Gladiators to pull back just a little bit, but Kevster says no. Pulse bomb on to Merit. Gladiators are up. 1 person launched the beat in. Shu doesn't receive it, but it doesn't matter because Dante's already dead. The Outlaws trying to get back to the point in time. 85% in building, but the Gladiators are still finding kills.
We're going into 90%. Houston Outlaws, if they can make it to the point, they can make anything happen.
OT here, there's the Lucio. Lastro making it back to the point. Merrick needs to find something special. Teleport on, but he's no HP. Instantly killed off by Kevster. OT ticking down. Paddy sitting in his healing station. It does fade away, but Merritt falling does mean a lot of damage away for the Outlaws now. A good beat from Lastro. An anti-aid is going to get negated by those over health, but Lastro is still finding kills. The Gladiators, one by one, are picking Outlaws to shreds.
Warfare, but they're proving that it actually is a strategy that they believe in. Patiphan on the May as well has struggled so far this season, as I said, but his May has looked clean. They're going on to something that maybe the Houston Outlaws won't expect.
The Gladiators, 80% Scott. The Outlaws have not touched the point.
Losing these supports late is going to hurt them as well. All of a sudden, how do they get to the point? I wouldn't be surprised to see Dante use this Meteor Strike just to get to the point because 90% and counting, and they're not even close.
To put Gladiators back in control, but this nano boost onto Dante might be good enough. But Shu on the high ground is just doing absurd amount of damage and healing. No one's going to be able to dislodge him. Dante going pretty low. Fist is up, but Shu still doing work. Dante's finally found him, but Shu doesn't go down and he kills Dante. The Gladiators now assume control and 99% should tick over. Shu with another kill. The Gladiators take map number 1.
How does he keep doing this? Shu on the Baptiste is a better DPS than anyone else on the server right now. I think he gets... Patiphan, a player who has come in, we haven't seen that much flexibility from him so far in this season, but he does have that. He's that flex DPS player. When you put him and Kevster together, there's almost nothing that they can't play. And we've actually seen them flex between the Genji as well, but now we have the Outlaws pushing it across the bridge. They have that last row beat, Patiphan with the visor. How is the Los Angeles Gladiators going to enter?
Pelican might come up big. There's the pulse, it gets cancelled though. Paddy with a bullet to the brain takes out Pelican. The The Gladiators now pushing forward with the beat. Outlaws respond in kind. They push Astro back and actually get a stun, but he's a slippery Lucio and he does get away. Paddy on the flank with a tactical visor is not finding any kills, but is finding a ton of damage, helping secure the kill not only onto Merit but to Dante.
Paddy making those legs runs all the way behind the Houston Outlaws, gets that great visor after the beat from Lastro wears off, and it just pays off for them. But now Houston Outlaws, they go back to step one. They need to get control of that castle. They need to dislodge Patiphan and Shu from this spot again.
Stuns incoming if they can find kills. Yes, there you go. The main healer now down for the Outlaws, and Dante was soon to follow. The Gladiators already building up to not only a meteor strike, but a pulse bomb. Unreal ult charge generation from the Glads.
Look at Dante's as well. He's only at 46%. Reiner having immense impact on that first point, especially with that pick up on Iris.
To let this happen, there's the nano visor in a small corridor. Merit falls to Shu, and Paddy now just cleaning up. Dante kills the support eventually, but Shu had already done as much work as you could really expect from the Ana.
The power block from Dante. He's going in
straight to the back. Does miss the punch a little bit short, and now without the power block. Oh, tries to go for the quick punch, but Paddy again, like you just said, Scott, like he's sitting all the way at the back. Patiphan's running away with this. There's what, 25 seconds now? Make Shu with 5% away from that nano. The visor's coming out. It's just a plain one, but it still kills Dante. Keep Paddy alive, you should be good. The nano applied. Can he take down Merit? Merit is diving and dodging, but he can't quite get away. Shu takes out Lastro with a big bio grenade, and the Gladiators are going to be able to defend. 36%. The Outlaw. There's a big sleep onto Dante. Again, just antied instantly, and Shu and Funny Astro escorting each other all the way back. Merit, Dante dead. Outlaws hopes now dwindling. Pelican falls, and would you look at that? Easy fight. Gladiators just roll over the Outlaws, and now it's 2-0. That's it. They're a match point now, Scott. Something. Skew takes one, Shu another. There's the blade, half HP, cut down before he can even do anything. Space with a beautiful left hook, and the Outlaws with a couple of seconds to go, they're not going to be able to touch. What? Is Merrick going to step up to the plate? Absolutely not. Follow up the copy from Kevster on to the May. He finds the kill onto Lastro, and that Blizzard doing a whole bunch of work. He is trying to kill them, but the immortality feels there. But the Los Angeles Gladiators, they just run it on in. A 3-0, the curse is broken, and the Houston Outlaws, home field advantage dissipating. And the Glads off to a good start in the Kickoff Clash.
Yes, I am here with Reiner from Los Angeles Gladiators. Everybody make some noise, yeah! All right, first 3 Overwatch of the day. You guys looked very dominant today. How'd you guys get it done?
I mean, coming into this match, we knew that Dante was going to be playing a lot because, you know, they're the Houston Outlaws and they had to put a DPS player on tank. So our plan for this match was pretty much if Dante's in, expect Doom with his comps, and we found a way to counter that by either mirroring or using that Rhine comp. So that was pretty much like the focal point of our victory.
And that definitely did work because it was 3 Overwatch. And I do want to ask personally, because Reiner, this was your first LAN event on the Overwatch League. You came in as a rookie, and you know, how did that feel? Were you nervous at all, or were you just super excited to just be on stage?
I mean, it was like a good blend of being nervous and excited, you know, but I do really good in these conditions, you know. It like gets the blood pumping, adrenaline flowing, and I play like probably the best I do, so happy to be at LAN.
All right. And one final question. Next match is against Dallas Fuel versus the Toronto Defiance. And I want to ask your prediction because whoever wins that match is going to be your opponent. What do you think?
So I'm feeling a little lucky today. So we obviously play these guys next. So I'm hoping for a Toronto 3-0.
Toronto,
I'm praying for it.
Amazing.
Some mixed reactions.
Mixed reaction. I like it, Reiner. Thank you so much. That is it for the post-match interview. Let's go back to Casta and Jaws.
Well, a little bit spicy. A lot of players that have been around for a long time and a lot of new faces. Kind of, well, that's normal for this year in the Overwatch League. Kevster coming out first, followed by Patiphan, who's Slated for the league for so long, this guy took a break, dominated in a different game, came back, and is now dominating on the Glats.
Patiphan dominated me like 3 years ago in World Cup when I went to Thailand, and he's just such a good, flexible player. He was an interesting pickup for the Gladiators because, as you said, he hadn't been playing much Overwatch lately. He had a slow start to the season, but yesterday, I think he had his best match so far, absolutely dominated on that Soldier, and that is important for the Gladiators because that seemed to be that missing piece for them in some of the reverse sweeps that they had to deal with so far this season.
10% away from Hanbin, Shatter. Reiner could just lay it down. He does just that. 2 people on their backs. The Blizzard comes through. Somehow that hit does not connect. But Patiphan finds Sparkle in the Blizzard. Deleted the Immortality field, and now it's just a brawl on the bridge. Reiner comes up big, and Patiphan just finding these final blows. Overtime ticking down, and the Gladiators 100-0. Hanbin's got the grab. He's setting up for it. The beat comes through from both teams. A good pin, but absorbed by the bubble. There's the grab. The kill from Paddy, though, and the Gladiators trying to make their stand with this Blizzard. Shu does fall, but Astro and Patiphan are cleaning up. It was 99% when they found the flip, so now, with almost no ultimates in the bank, Gladiators need to defend.
This is going to be hard for Dallas Field to engage.
Extremely difficult. They've got the beat, though. That might be their tool. The Blizzard comes out. Hanbin is trapped. The Deadeye from the side. The Gladiators unleash their wall of damage. And 99 will tick over to 100. And the Gladiators will claim control.
We've got Hanbin on the high ground, but hey, well, what's this as well? The Gladiators, they're having a respectful high ground fight right here. Hanbin's waiting for the grab. I don't know if he's expecting the Gladiators to be up here with him.
Oh, there's the shadow, but it's blocked by the bubble. Perfectly played by Hanbin, but unfortunately, Reiner kills Spark with a fire strike in the small corridor. A Blizzard's been used, and Fielder and Hanbin are in trouble. Chio's finished off by Kevster. What was or looked like a nice play from the Fuel, and Hanbin was thwarted by Patiphan's Blizzard, and Reiner just standing strong with the shield. Pretty early, wall comes up, charge from Reiner, doesn't find all too much, and a Death Blossom is taken care of. Kevster is making his mark, he's got the window, he's got the visor, and he's got the kills. Hanbin goes down, a triple for Kevster, and round completion for the Gladiators. With time to spare, 1 minute and 40 on the clock. Fight. Reiner got a flame strike. I guess Patiphan maybe hit Spark with an icicle too. And the Blizzard was perfect, just throws it straight away. You can see on the HUD in the top right, oh, you can just see them now. That both of them throws trying to get away. Hanbin had already used one of his bubbles to block the shatter, so he can't use it for himself to get out, and he can't use it on Fielder to also escape.
Patiphan's been so impressive to me on this May. Not just his ultimates and his icicles that are impressive, but his walls. It's a surprisingly difficult ability to use, especially when you have the Dallas Fuel so spread out. You can only really isolate Hanbin, and he's done such a good job of it so far, really making it difficult for the Dallas Fuel. They got him
in the back. There's the Nano, it's on Sparkle, he's pulled the blade, he's found the supports, Shu's dead, Lamp gone. Now Reiner has to put himself on the payload, but it don't matter. The rest of your team's already dead. The Dallas Fuel pushing the payload home. They claim King's Row and tie the series up. Yeah, he'll be more than okay. Oh, away from Arns at this point. Gurio, though, taking out Kevster. Okay. Widowmakers already making their mark. You only have 92 HP. Got to be careful still. Huge nade, by the way. Oh my word, off screen, Shu just hit a 3-man anti-fearless Fielder, and Chio were anti-naded. And then Reiner and Kevster just finished that up. There you go, instantly. That one ability ended the Dallas Fuel's life,
and now it gets harder for the Gladiators. 30 seconds remaining. We're going into the final fight. They pop the infra site to give them control, but they don't have any ultimates to get into this fight other than that.
Sights up for the Glads. Arns knows exactly where everybody lies in wait. That was very, very close. Takes the head off of Gurio. Feels like the first Widow on Widow kill we've seen in quite some time. What a shot by Arns. Both DPS eliminated. The Gladiators making their forward march. Reiner clearing up the supports, and now an eagle-eye view for Arns. The spawn doors are no longer safe. but neither is the rest of the map. 2 meters to go. Gurio switched to the Reaper to try and get something done. Doesn't quite get there. And in overtime, the Gladiators finish the map.
Arn's coming alive at a very timely moment. They didn't have a lot of ways to get in there, using that infra site perfectly. Gurio not giving that respect right there. And you can see Arn's on his face. He's just happy with himself. He knows what he's done.
A minute and 20 seconds to go as they try and get to the spawn door.
Reiner wants to go first. He's not giving them any inch.
Reiner, look at this. He's trying to just bully people in this small room. The kills are coming through. Reiner doing a whole bunch of work. No one can move. They all get turned into a smoothie. And the Dallas Fuel, with 10 seconds to go, need to touch the payload.
And you can see the way the Gladiators are setting up. They want to hold close, make it so the Dallas Fuel has to run through them to get the cart. Maybe thinking better of a little bit here with the walls coming out from Gurio, but Arns gets Sparkle again with an early headshot.
A massive pick for the Gladiators. The rally on Fearless to make sure he can touch. They still have to keep juggling the payload though. A boom from Scoot might just do it. Fearless can't get back. Scoot with a massive shift. Aren't standing up. You want some of this? The Gladiators 2-1 up in the series. Match point.
Everything they want right now. Harmon throws the grab.
Graviton surge right on top of Reiner. He's got a bubble on top of him, and now a beat to match. Shio finds a kill on to shoot. The beat from Funny Extra a little bit too late to save his flex support. Harmit's quite high energy, but Patiphan on the side manages to find a visor. A couple of kills. The positioning from the Fuel just getting torn apart. Those Patiphan and Reiner are going to clean up the rest. They're going to be able to take the lead now.
Once again, Patiphan stepping up in the playoffs for the Kickoff Clash. Struggled to get value out of those visors, but he has made it work so far.
Kevs are just piling on that pressure. They killed the Moira, they might win the game. The Dallas Fuel are crumbling. Overtime is ticking down. The Gladiators push the robot back. They take control and take the series 3-1.
Kevster at the end there, 25-player kill streak. He was just running around doing whatever he wanted. Dallas Fuel did not have an answer. Kevster once again putting on an MVP performance, and the Gladiators having the composure at the end, whereas the Dallas Fuel faltered.
Yes, I am down here with Shu. I think he is excited for this interview. He's already getting his voice ready. Hi, Shu. How are you feeling?
Hi. So good.
So good. Obviously, I'm sure you're feeling great because you just beat the Dallas Fuel as well. I mean, the last time you guys played was, I think it was in week 2 where you guys unfortunately took the L and Dallas Fuel won. But today you guys finally got your revenge. How does that feel? 자, 일단 제가 알기로는 2주였나요? 아마 달라스 팀과
네, 맞아요.
마지막 했었을 때가 경기를 했었을 때가 그때였는데 그때는 아쉽게 패배를 했지만 오늘 드디어 복수전에 성공을 하시게 되었습니다. 좀 어떻게 기분이 좀 어떠신가요?
저희가 작년부터 쇼크 좀 강팀들을 상대로 좀 많이 지고, 근데 이제 그 중에서 이제 댈러스만 한 번도 못 이겨봤고 이번에도 처음으로 이기나 싶었는데 역습도 당하고 해서 많이 우울했는데 이번에 복수전을 성공해서 기분이 너무 좋아요.
I mean, since last year, our schedule always had really strong teams such as San Francisco Shock, but it was always the Dallas Fuel that we always lost to, even getting reverse swept sometimes. So that we were really sad about that, but today we finally got a revenge. We beat the Dallas Fuel, so it really, really feels great. And talking about getting that revenge, I do want to ask you about today's match, because, you know, you guys are in Dallas, you guys beat the Dallas Fuel. What was the game plan coming into today's match? 자, 아무래도 오늘 좀 달라스에 있고 또 오늘은 또 복수전에 성공을 하셨기 때문에 오늘 경기에 들어오시기 전에 좀 어떤 이제 뭐 계획이나 이제 좀 게임 플랜이 좀 어떻게 됐나요? 오늘 경기에 대해.
이제 게임 플랜은 이제 상대방이 어떤 선수가 들어오냐에 따라서 좀 저희 조합을 좀 바꾸기도 했고, 그 다음에 이제 그냥 다 같이 그냥 전부 다 이기자, 그냥 좀 욕을 섞어가면서
욕을 섞어가면서
그냥 부수자 뭐 이런 느낌.
아, 부수자.
네, 이겨버리자 이런 느낌으로 이런 마음가짐으로 다 준비했던 것 같아요.
Alright, I think our mentality was first and foremost win. We even used a lot of strong words, a little bit of cuss words maybe here and there. Really wanted to hype ourselves up for our matches, and also just depending on what the Dallas lineup was looking like, what players were coming out for the matches or for the maps. We wanted to be flexible enough to change our composition and change our play style, and I think that's what our game plan was coming into today's match. And also, she also did mention that, you know, they're also another mentality was they really want to just break Dallas Fuel. I think that break thing is sort of like a trend right now. 아무래도 이번에 또 이제 글래디뿐만이 아니라 또 다른 팀들도 이렇게 막 부순다는 얘기를 좀 많이 했거든요. 그래서 이게 좀 트렌드가 아닌가 싶습니다. 자, 마지막 질문입니다. One more question. Shiu, I feel like Gladiators are one of those unique teams that are really, really flexible, like you mentioned. Winston Dive, Doomfist, even to rush comps. What is your favorite comp to play and why? 자, 아무래도 글래디가 조금 더 특별한 이유는 이제 굉장히 유연한 좀 이렇게 팀 조합들을 많은 팀 조합들을 쓰기 때문에 이제 뭐 윈스턴 다이브도 그렇고 둠피스트 등등 좀 많은 조합을 쓰는 팀이어서 슈 선수의 좀 개인적인 제일 좋아하는 조합이 있다면
제가 일단 아나아나 바티스트 같은 걸 플레이할 때 좀 힐보다는 공격적으로 많이 하는 성향이 좀 있는데 이제 우리가 둠피스트 조합을 쓰면 이제 제가 좀 딜을 넣으면서 같이 좀 도와줄 수 있는 역할을 하고 이제 제 공격적인 역할을 좀 더 돋보일 수 있어서 저는 둠피스트 조합을 더 선호하는 것 같아요.
I would have to say the Doomfist comp that we use is my personal favorite because I am a very aggressive player when I play the Ana or Bat, and you know, while supporting the Doomfist, I could also put in a lot of damage to the opposing team, and also sort of I could get the spotlight as well when I'm doing that as well for those compositions. So yes, Doomfist is my favorite. That is it for the interview. Thank you so much, Shiu. Everybody, give it up for Shiu one more time.
감사합니다.
Costa and Josh, back to you.
Cheers, Danny. Yeah, I mean, the Doomfist comp is pretty fun.
It's the Los Angeles Gladiators.
And what I agree with Hunter is they can play everything with really not making any substitutions, right? You look at, I know maybe Patiphan out for Ons, and that's really about it. I mean, they want to play some of the Brigitte. They can bring in Skewed, who was tremendous last year. Reiner's showed he's able to play pretty much all of the tanks. Just an all-star lineup, top to bottom.
Yeah, it's really hard to find weakness.
Come back, try again here as Reiner's going to go aggressive.
Can't start, what a stick! Kai going to be felled by that one, and Ultraviolet limps away from the blast. Kenta looking to make some follow-up here, looking for that mini health pack, but he is hale and hearty, as Gator is anything but. The Gladiators now starting to build a bit of momentum here, looking to run away with it. Nano target's going to be Reiner to be receiving that one. Here's a sound barrier now from OG, but Ultraviolet already went down to Kempster. Not a good sign for the Atlanta Rain, and Kai needs to try and salvage, but Chu shuts him down. Fighting with the blow dart, and Kempster dealing with OG's the pulse bomb to follow up, not even needed on Gator. And while the Rain did flip the point back, they've completely run out of players here. And so the Atlanta Rain will bask in the golden hour of overtime ticking down.
Blues talked about, I think a lot of these main tank players are going to have to learn how to play that Doom. That's a big kill though first, as OG falls.
Yeah, a little bit too close there to Patiphan, and an easy target for that Helix. Pulse bomb doesn't connect here. Gator was looking dangerous, but another Helix from Patty will secure yet another kill.
So you're just going to have both forts on the point.
3 from 3.
For Atlanta, yeah, as the end of this fight going to look quite ugly as the Gladiators flip it back in their favor.
Patiphan sound barrier now. It's time to go for the attack visor. He says Ultraviolet crumples. Looks like OG's going to be able to get away for the time being. It was his sound barrier that gave him that sort of durability, but that's a terrible feeling for the Atlanta Rain. You spend so much in that fight, and you still get utterly dumpstered.
Yeah.
Kai trying to force an opening, but is forced to back up there. Ultraviolet taken down, and Patiphan, he's causing problems. There's nothing the Rain can do about this either. Cool as a cucumber. And the Atlanta Rain are in deep trouble. That's overtime now, and the Gladiators ever so comfortably take map 1.
I gotta say, you give a 76 that much space, especially one as good as Patiphan. I mean, you are just asking for a result like that. As that, you know, just no pressure on him all game. He's able to just sit back. It's like a firing range out there.
There's some trash talk in the chat. Gator Doom, GG's. So Kev's saying close one, guys. But they're right. The Atlanta Rain normally have Hawk in for those kind of duties, and maybe it showed a little bit there as the Gladiators were very comfortable with that setup. Doesn't matter if you maybe have to trade yourself there, it's probably going to be worth it. It's to be fairly conservative. Again, just make some space and let Patiphan go to work.
Patiphan on the 76 has come up with so many kills on Ilios, right? It was a lot of first bloods coming from him.
I know 2K, 3Ks, and then here being able to open it up with 2 kills that is point A taken already for the Gladiators.
All right, a stun though is Hawk is going to try and come back and help.
No, he fell onto it. Ultraviolet just fell onto the post.
Stun though is Hawk is going to try and come back and help.
No, he fell onto it. Ultraviolet just fell onto the post.
But Astro, sound barrier is going to be good. Rhino was put to sleep, so that's going to keep him alive for just a little bit longer. And there it is. Finally, they drop the shield, take up the sword, and plunge it into the heart of the rain. That's a completion. It was clutch in that last fight. What can he do here? All right, OG, noted.
They sleep Ultraviolet at range.
Oh, okay, that's it. Reiner gets in there, Ultraviolet is removed, and that's the Lions. Just use a punch share of healing gone from the Atlanta Rain. Nero trying to teleport to the high ground. Reiner's going to snarl Hawk right on up here. And remember, 2 ticks, that's all the Gladiators needed. Hawk jumps on in and just flattens Kevster, but he in turn will be forced to succumb to the high ground goes Reiner. Sends Kai up upstairs. And that's the Gladiators, 2-0.
And that is a sick play. You see they go over and they hug Shu. And it's rare that, you know, when you see a player on another team, right, and you're like, ah, man, that player is sick. When he was on Guangzhou, right, I think everybody still knew, like, this player is going to be nuts. So let's take a look at this.
The Sandman cometh.
Oh, just like clips him right on the outside. And the biotic grenade that comes in here is just enormous.
Look at, there's an attempted body block here, but oh, the timing.
Yeah, it gets both.
Ryan, all he has to do is pay a quick visit. He just ding-dong dashes Ultraviolet out of the server. Now, we see a teleport play from the attackers, normally just across the way up into one of the buildings to circumvent the frustrating sort of rooftop play from defensive Winstons.
Oh, they actually put a TP straight up.
What is this? Oh, they weren't ready for it at all. Ryan is able to strike straight to the heart and remove Ultraviolet.
Oh, as they TP straight up to the high ground and just jump in and start battling. So we have not seen any team do that.
Reiner is nano boosted. He's able to find Ultraviolet with that kill. He can 1v2 here, especially with the Primal Rage. This could be dangerous, and of course, Kevster comes in at the most opportune moment to secure that fight. Gator will try and stall if he can, but that card got across the line.
It's just the burst of the Genji and
I mean, has Hunter been told that you probably can't use chat as a coach midway through the game?
Nah,
4 players up for the Rain right now, constantly short-handed in this fight. Kevster wasn't able to deflect the bio nade, but it doesn't matter. Shu was there for the assistance. This team are a country mile ahead.
They are just clicking on all cylinders right now. 1 second left.
They get themselves some overtime, but who's going to be left? It's just OG and the Los Angeles Gladiators book their ticket to a Kickoff Clash final. Dominant showing here against the Atlanta Rain.
Just that last map was just a beat down there from the Gladiators.
Looked like their spirits were broken, Matt.
Look, and it's not over for Atlanta, right? This is the winners finals. You're going to drop down. You still have an opportunity to make that grand final.
Hey everybody, I'm here with the one and only Kevster from Los Angeles Gladiators. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. Quick 3-0 for the Los Angeles Gladiators. Did you expect to be a quick match, or honestly, what'd you think about this Atlanta game?
They're a good team, so I'm a bit disappointed, but I kind of expected a 3-0, if I'm being honest, yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, of course, with this win, you guys are now in the finals for the Kickoff Clash. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I'm feeling good, yeah. I'm feeling amazing. It's gonna be take it home tomorrow. Fast and easy.
Fast and easy. And talking about the finals, there are a couple more matches, but who do you expect to see in the finals against the Los Angeles Gladiators?
Ooh, I'd probably say, despite the results today, probably Atlanta, yeah.
Probably Atlanta? Oh, why?
Yeah. I just think they're good, yeah. I think they had a bad day, but I respect them, yeah, they're good.
Okay, well that would be exciting. Another rematch with LA Gladiators versus Atlanta Rain. Before I let you go, one last question. Kevster, I think you're just a really gifted player. You just, whatever you play, you're just so good at it. Do you have like a favorite hero that you like to play?
Ooh, a favorite hero?
Yeah.
I'd probably say Widowmaker.
Widowmaker?
Yeah.
Why? It's just like sniping?
Yeah, I just like playing her. She's fun, yeah.
True. All right, everybody, give it up for Kevster one more time.
Thank you.
All right, that is it for the post-match interview. Mitch and Matt, back to you.
Thank you very much, Danny. Yeah, look, interesting really to hear that from Kevster saying, look, we still think that the Atlanta Rain are probably the second best team here.
It's finals time. The Dallas Fuel taking on the Los Angeles Gladiators. We've made it, we're here, you're here. The Dallas Fuel in battling ferociously to get back to this position. The Gladiators, a little bit of an easier road, you could say, and now the Fuel wanting their revenge.
All right, everybody, are you guys ready to meet their opponent? Gladiators. Ooh. All right, here we go. Gladiators lineup. On support, number 33, Daniel Hathaway, Funny Astro. On support, Jinseok Kim, number 1, Shu. On tank, number 94, Corey Skoda Reiner. On DPS, number 6, Patiphan, Chaiwong Patiphan. DPS, number 7, Kevin Person, Kevster. Give it up for your Los Angeles Gladiators. Starters, take your seat. All right, I am so excited for this match. To kick things off, let's send it back over to our casters, Costa and Joss. Take it away.
Let's get into it. Map number 1, first to 4, here in the grand finals of the Kickoff Clash.
You can see Edison trying to take this lighthouse position. Funny Astro trying to keep him down.
Another boop again. Astro finds yet another pick. Reiner going pretty low, trying to isolate Shio, but a nano boost onto Edison to try and make some room. There's the Primal Rage, and a beat to actually respond to Patiphan's ultimate, the nano visor. Hanbin takes care of Kevster as well as that copy. And now the Gladiators losing 1. At least they traded though, with Edison falling 2. There's Hanbin, that's what you want to see, but Astro yet again helping Reiner secure the kill onto Hanbin straight down the well. The Gladiators at 99%, the Dallas Fuel in their last limbs. They're going to have to get back to the point now to try and contest. Sparkle gets taken out by Patiphan. A blistering pace the Gladiators are setting currently. Maybe the Fuel were not ready for it. Edison burning that shift, trying to get back to the point in time, but just stopped meters before he could touch. And already the Gladiators off to a good start. 100-0 over the Fuel. Gladiators find the flip. They couldn't push on that point, not with the Lucio being powerful. Edison with a nice flank, but Kevster and Patiphan showing up pretty big. Fielder not expecting maybe Kevster to be a little bit more aggro. Sparkle falling as well. It's not a good look for the Fuel right now. The Gladiators are in firm control. Nano visor. Okay, pressure on the point. Pulse misses. Patiphan dodging out the way. Chio finds the veteran in Funny Astro, and the Nano visor is unleashed. Patiphan trying to find as many targets as possible. Reiner helps him chase down Hanbin. He finds another. Let's go, he says in the mic. Overtime is here. And it's just Chio to try and touch. A nice anti-nade from Shu from downtown's going to be good. And then Nano on to Kevster is way too much damage for the Dallas Fuel to take. And the Gladiators will find map number 1 in the blink of an eye. The Fuel fall by the wayside, even into a higher gear than what we've seen the Fuel done.
The Fuel showing Ilios.
But King's Row is up next.
That is going to be the story of this.
Should be good for the touch. Nano Death Blossom
versus Nano Visor.
It's the main course. Nano Visor, Nano Death Blossom at the back. Edison, he's trying to create some space. He jumps straight in. Kevster annihilated. Reiner holding the shield firm, but not quite quick enough with the charge. The Gladiators are halted just for the time. I say that actually.
Oh,
they end up getting the payload.
once, as we see Patiphan actually switching over to the Han zone.
From touching the point, a couple of meters to go. They force them all the way back. Sparkle comes in, is surviving for long enough. Still, Hanbin falling is not a good sign. Patiphan with a couple of arrows to the front, and the Glads in OT will complete.
Ryan is playing so aggressively though. They want to hold as many
There's the shadow around the corner. It does find one. Edison's trapped. Nowhere to go. Double fire strike finds the kill. Now Shio falling to Paddy. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. The Dallas Fuel are trapped. They need to make something of this fight. Straight to the back line. A beautiful sleep onto Fielder, and Hanbin doing as much as he can. But without a healer, it's quite difficult. Patiphan's ready to start that blizzard. A nice little wall. A good nade, but are they going to be able to survive it? Doesn't look like it. Once again, Patiphan's wall and blizzard usage so clean. Rainebay, almost 5 ultimates available for the Fuel. Nano Blade or Nano Blossom is their choice. But it's going to be a lot of damage, whatever they so choose. Nano onto Edison. Wants to use the ult, but can't quite find a place to do so. Ryan is in a whole lot of trouble, but he's still standing strong. Kevster on the side. Nano tag visor and a late shatter from Reiner. The Dallas Fuel, they may have gone early, but they blew their... Well, I was going to say something rather cheeky there, but it's not going to happen over time. It's ticking down the Gladiators. They take map number 2. They need 2 more now. The Dallas Fuel need to find more gas in the tank than that.
They just need to find a way to play their style, because so far they've just been playing the Los Angeles Gladiators game.
Just needs to hold on this corner ideally, but Sparkle going down to Shu is not the start they really want. Kevster as well following up. The anti on the Glads was good, but there's no follow-up there now for the Fuel. They're just falling apart right now.
It's like they don't have any confidence. The one thing that they've been oozing so much in their last few series. You can just...
Very close hold though. The Dallas Fuel could just run at the back line. However, a beat from the Gladiators forces the Fuel to disengage. Kev's trying to burn away that shield of Hanbin to lay down that pulse, but doesn't need it. He's just standing free firing. No one's checking Kevster at all. They're crowded around the payload right now. They want to die on it as quick as possible. Pulse bomb thrown out, doesn't find too much damage. And Edison rounded about on Patiphan, shown up in the kill feed over and over again. The Dallas Fuel punch, and Astro's already taken down Gio. Meteor Strike comes down, only a little bit of damage, but that pulse bomb from Kevster is absolutely massive. The Coalescence couldn't heal Hanbin through it, and Patiphan with the Nano Visor. There's point B captured. Sparkle copying into the Lucio. Can he get the beat in time? He might just be able to. He's a couple of percentage points away. Boom, hits the beat. Reiner going low. He goes down. 10 seconds, turning into 5. Sparkle with an unbelievable big brain copy onto the Lucio. Gains them another support ultimate to use. And they're wiping away the Gladiators. Overtime ticking down. And the Dallas Fuel hold the Glads on 3rd. He can rest quietly now, knowing he's done his work. However, the Gladiators take that as an opportunity to run down the front line of the Fuel. They do end up killing Sparkle, but with Shu falling, the Gladiators have a tough time, but Patiphan off on the side. How did the Dallas Fuel let this happen again?
It looked like a bad visor from Patty. It looked like it was falling away from them, but somehow the Dallas Fuel just don't answer the issue of the visor, and they just fall. And that...
It's applied to him. Edison already going down though. You have to go again if you're the Dallas Fuel, just to try and taxi Edison all the way back. That damage from the low ground is too good. Kevster throws the pulse bomb. Gets a little bit wide. Patiphan with now on the high ground. Spots out 2, but can't quite finish them. Edison on the height. How are Fuel getting away with this? Patiphan closing in on this visor. But Harbin's on the point to try and defend. He's got a bubble, and Patiphan going a little bit lower than he so chooses. But still Kevster routing the Dallas Fuel. He comes back, Reiner in the fray, but Patiphan free firing on the Fuel. They need to touch, but overtime is ticking down. The Gladiators snuffing out the Fuel's flame. Edison needs to be able to just contest, but it's unlikely to do so. A pulse bomb out. Gio with the beat, but it ain't gonna matter. The Gladiators put themselves on match point.
Patiphan just playing Kovacs on the high ground, just shooting down on the Dallas Fuel. Edison just has too much pressure to be able to deal with it. Patiphan has been stepping up in a big way for this Gladiators team on that soldier. He struggled early on in the kickoff clash, but it feels like he's found his legs. No pun intended.
That's fine if it was intended. His mate's been looking good too.
Exactly.
The rush style from Gladiators rather clean. Looks like they're
The Dallas Fuel, they need to answer it. You can tell the Dallas Fuel they don't want to fight on that high ground.
Oh no, gets through trouble. No recall. Half a second before that recall came up. Meteor striking the front line, but Sparkle finds two. There's a tactical visor being podged, but he cannot find anybody. Astro just running around this pillar. Sparkle comes up bigger here, but the rest of his team weren't quite so lucky in that engagement. Can Sparkle find the kill? No! Patiphan at the last second. Hits him with a headshot, takes him down.
Coming up big.
Nano boost onto Paddy. Oh my word, didn't even need the visor. The Gladiators are just tearing through the fuel. They need to be stopped. But there's nothing left. The robot's going to make it to this checkpoint, and Gladiators unlock the forward spawn.
The all-in, but Paddy on the flank. He wants that visor from behind them. Dallas Fuel might not expect it.
They must know Paddy's just not in the fight right now. The visor from Patiphan on the back. The big grab from Hanbin, the nade on top. But the Gladiators are just tearing them apart! Fielder and Shield already dead. The Dallas Fuel now need to defend for 9 seconds. I don't think the Fuel can come back. There's only one person that can do it.
Edison, he's up on the high ground. He's using
Can't get to the bottom. They can't do it. The Gladiators have done it. With a victorious roar, the Gladiators extinguish the Fuel's flame and secure the Kickoff Clash title. A 4-0 dominant fashion. The Fuel lose at their Kickoff Clash homestand.
The team takes the stage. Oh my God, the Gladiators just without a doubt the greatest team we have in the Kickoff Clash right now in North America, making a statement. We are flexible, we have a deep roster, we have the best players in the world. They've set the benchmark high, and you can tell how much this means to Patiphan.
They lost one map to get to the finals, Scott, and then they 4-0 the Fuel. The Kickoff Clash champions, the LA Gladiators. Emotions are running high, but what an unbelievable roster of players. The depth, the versatility, just on showcase today.
They had an answer to everything that not only the Dallas Fuel, but every team who made it to this Kickoff Clash had for them. But you got to feel for the Dallas Fuel. They had an incredible run through the lower bracket. Taking names, taking teams, but the Gladiators are their kryptonite, and they go home second.
Feels like that curse may be fading away now, that reverse sweep, because right now the Gladiators with just an unbelievable dominant finish. Come on, Paddy. Head up high. What an unbelievable story too. Patiphan in this whole tournament started off very cold. Didn't feel like his head maybe was in the game, but his May, his soldier, the flanks with the visor, looks so clean. Coming into the very last day, it's like a brand new player.
We've been watching him since he was 14. Absolutely astonishing player, getting the victory that he needed now. But honestly, the entire Gladiators team, you can talk about every single individual player playing their role. We have Arns in space we didn't even see in this series, who have been stepping up when they've needed them in the Kickoff Clash. They didn't need them in this series, but important players to have on the bench.
Yeah. Their depth of roster is unreal right now. And although Dallas didn't win in front of their home crowd, I mean, still a very, very good showing. Hanbin, Shio have been just exceptional performances this tournament as well.
You can see them lining up behind the trophy. Everyone wants to live that trophy at least once in your career. These players have done it. A lot of these guys have been around for a very long time. It's awesome to see them get this opportunity.
I think Glads have something to look forward to this year. They came in with high aspirations, of course you would, picking up a lot of unreal talent. Patiphan being one of them. I mean, honestly, anybody who picked up Astro would be extremely happy with themselves. He has also been an outperformer this tournament too.
The champions of our 2022 Western Region Kickoff Clash, the LA Gladiators. Congratulations. Where's Kevster? Right here. Oh, Patty, it's to Patty, I guess. Congratulations, you guys, you did it. Let's give it up for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Los Angeles Gladiators! All right. Let's, I think we're gonna take a quick time to just talk to our players. Patiphan, you mind if have a quick word with you? I mean, we all know how much energy you've put in this game and how much you grinded. You retired and then you came back this year and now you're one of the champions. What is winning this tournament, not only this tournament, but what does this moment mean to you right now?
Yes, I don't have, I can't. It's just, it means everything to me. Like, I don't think anybody in this world like could switch games and then, you know, I have any words, I don't have any words. Everything is just too overwhelming for me. Like, I got shit on a lot, like on Twitter, Reddit. Everybody thinks I'm bad, and we did it. Finally, we did it, and I did it as well. Thank you, everyone. I don't know.
We love you, Patiphan. I just want you to know, everyone in the Overwatch League loves Patiphan. Kessler! Quick question. I mean, we gotta talk about what you guys have done in the Kickoff Clash tournament. Like, LA Gladiators, you guys just blazed through the whole tournament, and you guys only dropped one map throughout the whole Kickoff Clash tournament. Like, how were you guys able to be so dominant in this tournament?
I think just we're very flexible as a team, and like pretty much every other team is very one-dimensional. So we can just like predict what they play and just like play against that pretty easily. Yeah.
All right, Kessler, thank you so much. And last but not least, Mr. Shu. One last question. Shu. The Shu train. Shu train이라는 단어 아시죠? 네. I mean, just as one of the representatives of the Los Angeles Gladiators, if you have anything you want to say to your fans, to your family, to anyone that supports the Los Angeles Gladiators, please go ahead. 마지막으로 이제 글래디에 어떻게 소속된 한 사람으로서 팬들이나 또 이제 가족분들이나 또 이제 감사를 표하고 싶으신 분들이 계시면은 지금 이 시간 해주시면 될 것 같습니다.
제가 이번 리그 2019년도 시즌2에 처음 들어와가지고 이제 리그 토너먼트 우승을 총 3번을 했는데 3번 다 결승전 가자마자 다 3번을 우승을 했는데 정말 기쁘고, 그다음에 저희를 항상 믿어주는 이제 저희 글래디 팬분들 정말 감사하고, 그다음에 저희 가족들 너무 보고 싶네요. 정말 감사합니다.
I mean, coming into the Gladiators in 2019, I just want to say I was really lucky to be able to win all of the 3 tournaments that I was partaking in with the team. So I'm really grateful for that. And also, I want to thank all of our fans who support the Gladiators, and also our family members. We really, really miss you. Shu, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, again, please give it up for your Kickoff Clash tournament champions, Los Angeles Gladiators.